What's up, YouTube? It's Digital Techie here. Welcome to my first video. Today I'm going to show you how to install WordPress. WordPress is a free-to-use CMS content management system. It's an excellent one. It's good for beginners. It's even excellent for advanced users. It has plenty of features to keep everyone happy. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go to search WordPress. Alright. Now, don't go to WordPress.com, okay? They are a fine site and they have their purpose, but it's not what you need. And I'm not really sure you can even download the WordPress installation from them. So it's not what we want right now. Okay, WordPress.org is community driven. It's open source. I definitely recommend them above other CMSs, especially if you're just getting going. Go ahead and download it. Okay, I've downloaded it a number of times for previous takes. Alright, so once it's downloaded, go ahead and go into the zip, but don't just grab this folder, okay? You'll see this WordPress whole directory right here. You could instinctively just want to copy this and put it to where we're going. Don't do that, okay? Not for the most basic installation. Most basic installation of most WordPress installs online, they basically all have this in their root directory, just like this. Okay, so you're going to need all these files. Go ahead and Control A, copy all these files. Okay, now if you don't know where to put them, okay, that's going to be an issue, and I most recommend to stop this tutorial and go figure that out, because well, let's assume you're on Windows, okay? You're going to want a thing called XAMPP, right? XAMPP is a software that you run on Windows, and it literally locally hosts those files. Now, XAMPP could host them to the internet, the world internet, and with enough configuration, that's not that hard to do. I would recommend to get a hosting provider, whether it be free or not, and go with that. Don't just host to the world off your computer if you don't know what you're doing, because you got what they call hardnet, and oh man, hackers love unhardened XAMPP installations. They will. It's happened to me actually. So now, if you're on Mac, okay, what is the Mac version of XAMPP? Do they? Oh, look, they have XAMPP for Mac. Okay. Shows what I know, guys. Alright, so XAMPP's a good one. Get it. It's wonderful. It's so simple. It's so easy. Oh, mercy. Okay. This is what it should look like when it's running and working properly. All this green goodness here. Ports are flowing. That's what it should look like. If you don't have this up and running and all this green right here, probably stop and go figure out what XAMPP is. Okay, so let's assume you know what XAMPP is, and you know that your htdocs folder that is in XAMPP. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. You know what that is, and you know where it is, because it's important you know where that is. See, I like to put it in my C drive, but that's not necessarily where you have to have your htdocs folder. I have my htdocs folder in Dropbox because they are an excellent cloud service, and they sync very quickly to the receiving machine. If you're working with two machines, just working back and forth with Dropbox, it's excellent for that. Better even than Google or OneDrive. So here's the root of my web hosting for my machine. Okay, that was just work. But these are all projects I've worked on in the past. Now, I already have a tutorial going for you guys, I think, here. Yeah, YouTube tutorial. And it doesn't matter what you call those folders, just as long as they don't have spaces. I've noticed the spaces can mess up an htdocs hosting folder. So I recommend don't put a space on it, okay? So now all these files are in here. Notice it's not just the WordPress directory, it's all the files that were in the WordPress directory. Okay, so now, God willing and the creek don't rise, you are hosting this folder right here. Okay, I'm going to go and grab this because this is what we'll need for this bar right here. So in Chrome or wherever, put this into the address bar. Okay, I don't know your machine's network address, but this is your machine's, every machine's loopback address, and this will work. Okay, put that port switch like that. Okay, now whatever directory you put it in, this is where that would go. Okay, so push enter. Okay, these are good. This is what we want. Okay, this is the first step, or the first stage of the WordPress installation. This is what we want. I'm English, I'm from America, so this is what I want. Okay, so now let's talk briefly about databases, because I don't know if you've ever dealt with a database, if you've had a web project before, but if you're going to use WordPress, they are something you're going to have to deal with. It's unavoidable. So here we are. They want your database name, they want your username, they want your password and host. Now, if you're on your local computer, which I am right now, all this is real simple. And that's why I test off my local computers, because of the simplicity of it all. Now, if you're on a free hosting, this is going to be different for you. So let's assume you're just on your computer, okay? So I need a new tab. Don't change this tab, okay? Get a new tab. And then type in this 127.0.0, your loopback address, /php myadmin. That is important little, it is super handy, and it's XAMPP that's offering it. When they do MySQL here, like that, they're also offering PHP myadmin. And yeah, this is where all your databases are hosted, okay? Yeah, let's go ahead and make a new database. I already did this before. Like I was saying, I've done previous takes. I'm just going to make a new one for you guys, okay? Doesn't matter what you call it. You won't even have to remember it later. Okay, once you make it, you can't change the name, but it doesn't matter because you'll never mess with it again. You'll mess with tables within it, but its name, it doesn't matter what it's called. Okay, so it is called, for me, WordPress tutorial, right? Don't put any spaces either. You can put underscores, but don't put spaces. I need the name, okay, because it's asked for the name, right? So let's go. And as it says, it's going to create the config file, okay? What it's talking about here, let's go look at this real fast, because it's kind of cool. They give you a config file sample, okay? But you don't ever use this file. You'll never, it's just a sample in case something happens to your normal config file. You can look at the sample as an example of how to change it back to what it would be on its default. Let's go. Okay. We know the name, remember? So the name we created over here. Now, if you have a unhardened local XAMPP install, okay, its normal SQL username without you've changed it, if you didn't change it, it's root, okay? And password-wise, there's no password. Okay, that's why it's not hardened. And any hacker worth their weight in salt knows that fact, that an unhardened installation of XAMPP comes with no password for the SQL. Now, localhost, that's another name for your computer. It's just another name to call your computer. Okay, so you could actually do localhost. You could do your network address, this is mine. You could do 127, your loopback address. It doesn't matter, but they put localhost in there automatically, so that's cool. And that's fine. And just leave that. Now, table prefix. Okay, some people like to run multiple WordPress installations on a single database. I don't know why. It's ugly. You'll have a number of you have so many tables. That's just, I don't know why they do that. I guess because they only have one database available to them. Some free hosting there's only one database available that they give you. And if that's the case, you have a couple different websites on there, you can use one database for different installations. So that's kind of cool. It's also a security hazard to just leave it as WP underscore. Hackers know that, and so they will take advantage of that. So what I advise is keeping the underscore, you don't have to keep the WP, I do, just so I know that it's WordPress tables. But WordPress, YouTube tutorial, like that. Now you're at least different than the default, and that's good. Alright, let's do this. Okay, if you got to the screen right here, that means that all that information we were just messing with, that's correct. Okay, if you did not, they will say something else and make you go back. Okay, so they think they're funny and they go, alright, Sparky. Okay, I've seen that so many times. Alright, let's do it. Run the installation. Basically, what's going to happen when they do this is they make the tables. Now, if we look back at our database, there's no tables. I guess not. Oh, heck. I don't know what they're doing then. I thought for sure they were making the tables, but I guess they'll do it after this step. Alright, so what's the site title? Does not matter what it's titled. For SEO purposes, I would not change this later. Because it could mess with your SEO. But it can be changed later. Okay. This doesn't, username. This will go on if you post as a user on your site, which most owners do. Your username will appear under the post, right? So this is going to be publicly seen. I just wanted you to know that. Okay, password. They'll suggest. Actually, I have something that suggests that they can. It doesn't matter if it's a weak one. Let's go ahead and put a weak one in there. See, they're like, oh, it's very weak. Well, I'm going to confirm the use of a weak one. This is a local install. There's, it's going to be very difficult for a hacker over the web to get into this because I haven't opened my ports to the web. So it really doesn't matter that it's weak. Now, if you're on a free web hosting service making this, yeah, I'd probably be a little more concerned that this is a weak password. So anyway, put my email in here. And discourage, because this is a local installation of WordPress, so just go ahead and discourage people from seeing it. Now, if you're making your live installation, you definitely not have that checked if you want Google to start indexing you. Alright, run that install. Alright, no, I don't want to save that. Okay, now these name tables should be in here, right? Yes, there they are. Okay. See, it just made all these tables for us, and they look so pretty, don't they? You didn't have to do that. WordPress did that for you. And that's cool. There's a lot going on here. This is your options table. See, this is where your blog name goes. This is where your site URL, your home URL. Just very basic options, but yet very important options. Okay, I'm not going to get into all what these tables are and what they do, but don't delete them, and don't even modify them. They're set up with the proper permissions. They're set up just fine, just as they are. Okay, so now we can log in. All right, cool beans, man. All right, so we said admin, didn't we? And then 1, 2, 3, jump. Alright, not sure, remember me, whatever. Log in. And here we are, the WordPress dashboard. If you've gotten this far, you're doing real good, because now you are hosting WordPress off your machine or off free hosting. Yeah, and that's it, guys. I'm gonna let you go here, and because I could just keep going on and on. But thank you for listening, and please subscribe to me, please hit the like, and please comment, because I'd just love to hear from you. You guys are awesome, and I love you. Alright, bye-bye.